Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show, where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, 1 to 3 p.m. Central, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. Another wonderful show today, and my hubby is the star of the show. And so we're going to be talking about all the different things we're planting in the garden. We're going to start out with the strawberries. It's going to be just a few minutes, so let's go ahead and see what Phil's doing in the garden. Okay, so we're going to start with the strawberries, and you can see the progress on them. They are absolutely loving this area, and we're beginning to get some pretty big plumpy ones. Now these, Phil and I transported these, and so we used what is it, the blood meal?
Blood meal and bone meal.
And bone meal. So we used that, and they are loving this. And so there are strawberries all over the place. So, and that's another thing you love is strawberries.
Yes,
it is. Look at that big old pretty thing. It is gorgeous.
And
right
we had one the other day that was ripe, and we took it and split it in half.
I almost ate that by myself.
Yeah, she really probably did.
I almost did.
But this is really.
I'm loving them. And right here you can see where just almost overnight, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them just on this one, right here. So they just blossomed out. I'm tickled. I really am. Now I'm going to show a quick little run through right here. This is where the onions were planted. Right here, they're coming up and they're loving where they are. These are going to be the big pretty onions, and I didn't know that they would all come up. I probably should have spaced them out a little bit more than this. Then we have potatoes, and these are the Yukon Golds, and they're coming up. I'm real pleased with what the possibilities there. Some more onions right there that are coming up, and these are the tomatoes that I thought I was going to sacrifice. Wound up not sacrificing them at all. I planted them a month ago. But these came from seed, of course. Everything we do comes from seed. We never buy plants, and except for bulbs. And so there's sunflower that's wanting to come up. So I went on ahead and planted some lettuces in here. And the whole idea about lettuces is too much sun is not good. And this is where the morning sun comes in. So I thought, so we've got 2 blocks. Phil put these together. 2 blocks right here. And so in the second block, the one on top, I just filled it half full, and I think that might help. Now we're going to have to water them really good, and I'll tell you something, pests do not like marigolds. They do not like sunflowers. Another thing that pests do not like is lavender. And so now these plants right here, now we propagated these, and we didn't think all these would come up, did we, Phil?
She said she would rather have a lavender field. This
Well,
is as close as I could get her a field. But we got all this right here is lavender.
So all this is lavender.
This is strawberry.
And I wish you could just smell this. I mean, it just smells awesome out in here. And so now you're also working right here. This is another garden now you didn't buy any extra blocks. These are all blocks.
We come in here with 300 blocks to put right here. We have used. And I think I counted, I've got pictures of them that we can utilize. I think I counted 9 rows, single rows, from there to here. We had these 300 blocks. Now we did have where strawberries were on the other side of the garden.
A few of those.
I had some over there. We come in here and built this and thought that was going to be the end of it. But last Friday that changed.
Changed my mind.
So
I know.
we have all the blocks, all 300. I've got 1 block here and 1 block here. I got 3 blocks left. So
You want to buy more?
not don't have to.
No, I think we're fine. And actually what we're doing is we're utilizing more space, because last year the garden did great. We did not have the raised beds. All we had was blocks, if you remember, and we'll show you a little clip of another video.
Too high, right?
Yeah, they were too high, but it was only blocks, no beds. So this way we've doubled the amount of space, and we can plant more wonderful food.
We can, and this one we've got filled up to a point when we get ready to put what we want here. All we have to do is get our soil mix with our black cow and our soil, and put it in here, and then it's ready to plant. Now we have looked at this spot right over here by the strawberries, and that is a possibility if we need something that'll be just in the ground.
I'm thinking peanuts there.
Peanuts might be good because they need a lot of depth. So we may clear this up, and we may not. And one thing we're going to do is on this end, you see the fence have started on. That's going to be our runners for the high plants.
Yeah, for our beans and
stuff like that. We're going to have a place for you to. We're going to utilize the pallets that you got right here behind you. We're going to put them over there. Because some of the plants on that don't want full sun. So we've got a couple of trees there with shade somewhat. So that's where we're gonna give us a
and then shade cloth would even be better too.
I think we can. I think our fabric is 6 feet wide. We're gonna come up to the edge of the block, go out with another row, and that's where we'll utilize that area for your.
Well, and I've got some old containers, and that holes will have to be put in the bottom.
That's no problem.
For drainage. And then we'll put soil in that. But I'll have to tell you, this right here, most of this is compost that that was like that. You can't buy a compost like that.
We did
all of these gardens.
All of these behind me, we utilized the compost that we had back in
and you can see kind of past field where the compost is.
And well, I'm going to start another one right over here, say about where the awning is, because as I cut grass, I can utilize that by coming around this way and dumping it there. So we'll have one on by the white. It's a greenhouse now though. It used to be a white house.
Used to be.
But we'll buy our white house, a greenhouse over there. We'll have one there and we'll have one over here, so we can pull from both to utilize what we need. We'll need some put in the blocks as we start putting something in this one, and when more to put in here. But as time goes on, we'll have. I've got a lot of old stuff that has been not necessarily cut down yet, and I'll be utilizing the pile for that to get the green stuff, or that'll be the brown stuff. And
I'll have to tell you that makes the absolute. It's full of nitrogen.
And you can look at the yard. We've let it get high for
my bees.
So we're going pollinators. Pollinators. So we're going to be, when I cut grass, then it will be dumped in the pile, compost piles, and then the process will start.
And then we have some old beer kegs that was given to me by Brian Brown. And so we're going to utilize those also to make grass tea. And that has to set and ferment now for about 3 months. And then when it does, you use just a small portion of that, add water to it, and it is liquid gold.
That's better than buying milk on grow.
Yeah, I'd rather do that than to, it's a lot cheaper because, it'll be gallons of it. Gallons. And if you bought that.
We've got 4 of them ready to go.
Well, if you bought Miracle Grow, it would cost a whole lot more than that. I'm just telling you. So anyway, there are ways you can live off the land and not spend a ton of money, because most of the emails you guys are sending me are about, Donna, that's expensive to start a garden. Nah, it's not. Not when you live off the land. And living off the land, and we're teaching you these things, and these are things I've learned just in the past few years, that your grass can be better than Miracle Grow. And you're spending you're not even spending anything on it, just water, putting it in the keg, and time. It takes 90 days. You can do it in 30 days, but I prefer mine 90 days. It just gives it that much more.
I got a bagger on my lawnmower, so I can put them in the gallon jug.
Perfect.
Like that. 5 gallon things, I think. Just as easy as I can in the pot.
I got to get busy planting.
I got plenty to do myself.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys later. Great heart, best husband in the world right there. We'll see you guys later. So we're back. Man, what a garden that's making. And I am having such a good time with this too. Now, it's been a whole lot of hard work now to put all those concrete blocks together. And now Phil's been doing the big work. So I'm kind of like his gopher. So I'll bring blocks to him, put them in the wheelbarrow and that kind of thing. But just planning this whole thing has been a lot of fun. And I think you would like it too. But what I love about the concrete, and I kind of got into it just kind of experimenting last year, and I only use the holes. So this time we decided to put the blocks together and use not only the holes, but make a whole bed out of it so I can plant more things that actually want more dirt, like my beans and my peanuts and all those things we'll be planting this year as well. So you know something? I'm having a blast with all of this, and I am so glad we started this concrete block garden. A big reason, now every once in a while you'll have a little weed to pull out of it. A bird is going to fly over it, and you know what happens sometimes when a bird flies over. But the strawberries are already producing, and so we're beginning to get those in already. The raspberries are just blossoming out like crazy. I mean, there are so many of them, and I think it might be the heat. I'm not sure what it is. But the raspberries, I've tried every area of the farm to try to grow them, and I get 2 or 3 in a whole year, a whole summer. I'm talking just 2 or 3 berries. Maybe got 10, I don't know. But last year was a huge harvest, and this year is even more. But you have to really be smart about how you plant those things. And so you've got different stalks. You got this new stem that comes up, I guess you call it you call it a stem, I guess. And then you have a new one, and you have the old one from last year. So what you'll be doing, and this is why you're going to get a bigger harvest. So every single year you're going to get rid of the dead one. The dead one's going to be there from the previous year. Then you're going to have the 2 left. You're going to have one that has never had growth on it, and then you're going to have one that had some growth on it last year. So you're constantly evolving and revolving. Evolving. Okay, let's go into a break. We're going to be right back in just a few minutes. Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for 2 or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community. Whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need, toys at Christmas, or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Okay, so we're back. I'm so excited to be with you today. My name is Donna, and I am your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show. You can find us on television, channel 182, on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast at thenewscasters.com. And keep sending those emails. I definitely appreciate you doing that. So we're going to go ahead and look into the second video. On this one, now we were just talking about the strawberries. We're going to talk about gooseberries. Gooseberries are a little bit different. I've heard of them. And you think of, like, I don't know, a Disney cartoon or something when you're thinking about the gooseberries. But let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. You can see what we started with it. Okay, now we're back at the gazebo. And so we're going to use this not only for cooking out. And then, you know, you make like, you call yourself the Cookout King. Yeah, the Cookout King is right here. And his name is Philip Fiesel. Then we also have our table where we can come out here and eat. But this is going to be another purpose, and this is for the gooseberries. And so my little person I go to about gooseberries is my daughter-in-law, Larissa. She's from Russia and was brought here when she was 9 years old. She's an American citizen and very proud of it. And so when I mentioned gooseberries, she just went crazy. She said, "Oh my God, gooseberries." So anyway, gooseberries kind of grow up like a vine, so I think she had a good idea with this. And so we're putting these in planters, so let's talk about that for just a few minutes.
Well, gooseberries is not the easiest one to get to grow. So we're trying it. This will be our first year on it. So we thought since we had this, moved it from our patio, so it'd be better suited for us. We can get it up and get it attached and let it grow all the way up, all the way around necessary. We've got one here, we've got a couple on this side, and on the other end we've got about one or two apiece on that. So we've got that, we've got this on our, the good fabric.
The good stuff.
Landscape fabric. This is good stuff. We've used that in our garden as well. So we've got a couple over here, we've got a couple on this end, and one behind me on this end. So this is what we're working on right now, giving it room, helping us not have to weed it. That's the fabric is great for that.
We can have more time to enjoy cooking out and that kind of stuff.
We've got this handle, and we're going to enclose this on each end and sides with the timbers. So when I get out here and get to cutting, I can cut up to the side of it without hitting the fabric. So that's our mind to do. Same thing in the race gardens behind you as well.
And this is our little kind of our oasis out here. We can get away from the rest of the crazy world out here on where we live, out here on 38 acres. And but I wanted to mention this. So the whole idea for the gooseberries is to climb up and go over these and possibly even up here to the top and they love sun. So this is going to be great. We'll get airflow. All this stuff's going to be happening, so it's going to be the place for gooseberries.
But if they perchance have a problem with too much sun, we can put us a shade cloth up here, and then that can eliminate as much sun or as little sun as we want.
And again, berries, and of course you rigged up a place here for the blackberries as well. But the neat thing about berries is they love sun, and they love morning sun. So I think you can see the pond, but anyway, this is facing the morning sun. So this is going to be like the perfect location right here for all the berries. And again, airflow, because the way you have these propped up, and these are the blackberries, they're the thornless ones, and by the way, they're the big old pretty ones. So, about as big as your thumb, is that right?
That's right. It's about as big as your thumb. Some of them are a little big.
So, and we love fruit, and we love berries. So we're self-sustaining. But if you had to buy all this, now we've propagated all this stuff. So now the gooseberries, we got those from seed.
Right.
And so they planted up. So I've got a total of 6 of these plants. And and it's a work in progress, so we're going to show you guys how they start climbing up the gazebo.
Right.
So I'm really excited about that. Well, Phil, I'm going to go ahead and get a bunch of my stuff planted in the garden while you're working on the raspberries. And so anyway, yeah, pat on the back. Okay, we'll see you guys later. We'll be talking about these gooseberries. Okay, so we're back. Isn't that amazing? And I'll have to tell you, the cover we've got to go on the ground has been simply amazing. And it keeps the weeds out. I mean, we don't have time for all that, and you don't either. That's a one-time investment, but it's like, it'll be there for years, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and go into the raspberries and see what they're doing out there as well. I can't wait for you to see them. These things are absolutely awesome. Okay, now we are in the raspberry. Do you call it a raspberry patch? But look at all these raspberries that we have coming up. And so this is where I caught Phil. He loves raspberries.
I love them.
So what are you working on right now, Phil?
Well, we had some of the fabric that we had for the last couple of years, and it's not really good fabric.
Yeah, this is not what you put on the other,
no.
The new gardening area.
For us to do that, now we're gonna proceed after the season is finished. The harvest season is finished on the raspberries. We're gonna tear this out and save the berries, and we're gonna put the fabric that we have all around our raised beds over to my left, and actually we got it behind where we moved this gazebo. We're gonna put that down, and then we're going to put our blocks back on top of it. That way we don't have to do this. What I've been doing is weeding. You can see right over where Buddy is. That's some of the remnants of what we have growing up in the center on the ground. So we're going to get this after the season is over and replace the fabric with the good stuff. But what I've been doing is a lot of them have been kind of going to the other row, and I'm trying to keep it where they've got a place to grow. I've put on this side, I've put the wire fencing so we can attach them to that and get them to grow. I'm going to do the same thing up top, so when it gets higher, it'll come on up.
And these things will grow almost overnight.
They will grow because we've got some of them that will be probably 2 or 3 blocks longer.
And also, let's let everybody know that this is actually the first greenhouse
That's
we
correct.
had. This is a frame. The frame is still good.
The frame is good.
Yeah.
We don't need it here, but if it gets to the point where the sun is really hot, we can put a shade over here so they're not just burning up. I don't think the raspberries has a problem
No,
with that.
last year we had
I
a great.
think the biggest thing it has a problem with is maybe the lettuce, or lettuce for sure.
But you're going to do a shade cloth over them.
We're going to we're going to proceed over to, and I have started over there, putting up something for them to run up on.
So another thing that you've done, because these are not ready for the wire to grow yet. So what you've done is just put these up. They can start growing upwards in tomato cages.
That's correct. I've got tomato cages, and I've got a big one here because we got some that has dropped off in the floor.
And I won't let you. I won't let you do anything with it.
I got a one already over that. I'll have a small one over here. But when we get through and do all this stuff, it's going to be in the blocks, so we don't have to worry about it. If it's running, I'm not eliminating anything growing down there except the berries, and that's what we're going to do. We got a pretty good size clump of them here that we got to sort out and try to get them where we can control them, I guess.
Well, and I wanted to show everybody the way you have this growing up on this chicken wire, and which is going to make it a lot easier for picking, because these raspberries, there are thorns in there.
Yes.
And last year, now this is another thing, and I wanted you kind of to go over this, because you remember everybody's been saying you can't grow raspberries where you live. Right. You just can't do it. But you had the idea of putting these in blocks, in the concrete blocks, and I would say that that's probably why we're able to grow the raspberries here, because there's more control.
We tried them in ground, and it just in a different spot, and it just didn't. We didn't get enough hardly to mess with. So we put them over here. What, last year, or year before last?
Last year.
And it has been very beneficial.
And you like them for breakfast?
Oh, I love them. I don't like picking them, don't like messing with them, because them vines will bite you.
But you know something? Since you've done this, you're going to be able to come out here and pick them now.
Well, that's what we're after. We're after them to run up, and it's going to be a lot easier to get up under them and keep them off the ground. That's the main concern, is keep them off the ground, getting wet on the ground, they can run.
Well, and that's where disease can come in on them too.
Disease comes in. We've got hopefully we got something in mind when it gets to the point where we've got something to put on it for the raspberries, blackberries, blueberries, any of those that muscadines, they like those things too.
Well, and then also you've got where this is the south behind us.
Right.
So that south, the morning sun is going to glare on these, and this is what they love. They thrive off of that sun. Well,
they'll get it here just about all day. They'll start right here, and then as it gets up, it'll be hot, and then it goes away as the evening progresses. Okay. But my job, and I've just about got it, I've got to get back on this row in front of me. I've got some to get. I'll have to get some of these to put over these, so they'll go straight up, or actually they can come up and use this fence here. So I'm attaching what I've got over here, and down here I've got a smaller piece I've got to put on down to the end, and then that'll be good to start. Then we'll come up with another row and go across and do the same thing here, and then if needed we'll try to attach them all the way across. Okay, now this is our segment about raspberries. In just a few minutes we're going to tape another one with the gooseberries. Right. And so we'll be seeing you guys in just a little while. We're going to be talking about, this whole segment is going to be about raspberries, gooseberries next. Strawberries, raspberries, gooseberries, oh my. This is going to be such a fun garden. I'm having such a good time. I know it's been a whole lot of work, but you know something? You do it one time and then you are absolutely done. So we're going to keep the progress going, and just to let you see what's happening already since this footage was done last week. Already strawberries are producing like crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge Talk Show with my hubby Philip over there too. Thank you again so much for watching Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central as I get right home with you in the afternoon. It's always a fun ride. You know, you can catch us on the radio station, iacradio.media. You can also find us on television channel 182 Charter Communications and Abundant Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget to podcast thenewscasters.com. See you again next time. You have a wonderful rest of the day.